2K Sports welcomes you to the following presentation of the NBA.
Greetings, everyone. Glad to have you here with us on this Wednesday night edition of the NBA on 2K Sports. And now the opening lineup for Boston. The post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. Then there's Brown, and it's the Beast, and it's Pritchard in at the point. And for the Spurs, we've got Durant, D'Angelo Russell out there with Castle. Then it's Lou Dort, and it's Wembanyama in at the pivot spot, manning the middle. And Greg, when you're facing the front of a back-to-back, how much does that affect you as a player?
Before and after the game, for sure, it's on your mind. But once the whistle blows, you have to live in the moment. You can bet the coaches are very aware of it.
Back to Wembanyama. And it's Wembanyama with the jam.
Wembanyama is a specimen, going at the rim there with a purpose.
Dort against Brown. His shot is good, making him a perfect 2 for 2 from the floor.
That's just Jaylen Brown putting in the work in close.
And so it's Russell with it. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. Pass to Wembanyama. And just over a minute played here in the start of the game. Banked in off the glass.
Good way to start this game. You want to get him rolling as early as possible.
Yeah, and I'll tell you what. If he gets into a good rhythm early, watch out.
Pritchard gets the bucket.
Well, this offense is much more effective when Tatum is making the extra pass and setting up his teammates.
Passes to KD. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. Here's Pritchard. The pass to Tatum. On the wing, Brown. Defended by Dort. Brown outside. 6 on the shot clock for 3. Victor Wembanyama grabs the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 of 3 here to start off the game. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And always hovering around the 50, 40, 90 mark. Kevin Durant is both prolific and Greg efficient.
And Kevin, you want to talk about guys in this league who make winning plays time and time again. KD is right at the top of that list.
Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Russell. Pritchard passes to the Beast. Fires for 3. And the 3 ball is good.
But you can't start the game much better than this. 4 of 5 from the field.
Spurs trail by 3. Pass to Castle. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist.
Well, a sharp start for them. 3 of 4 from the field.
Boston's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Russell. Down low. The Beast can't hit.
Oh, you've got to be able to deliver when you get a bunny like that. That's just too easy of a shot to miss.
Here's Wembanyama for 3. At this time, his first miss in 3 attempts from the field. Here's the Beast, and stolen by Wembanyama. And they're running. Goes up at the stripe. KD with the bucket.
And the handles from Durant are downright filthy, using him to cut up the defense there with ease.
Here's the lob to the hoop.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop. Russell looking it over. And wrestling for it there, but no one has possession. He'll have a jump ball.
That's a jump ball.
And the Celtics with possession here. Celtics have gone 5 of 7 today so far. Nice shooting to get this game underway. Here's the Beast. 5 points in the game. Outside Tatum. Pass to the Beast. Just 5 to shoot. Puts up a deep 3. San Antonio with the rebound. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
Yeah, I think they prepared to face more defensive pressure, and that one didn't happen, and boy, they just rolled.
And you could sense the difference in energy. They were keyed up, jumping on mistakes. They just outworked them.
And now, the first timeout called here for Boston.
And as fans and broadcasters, we're not permitted to hear the specifics in these huddles.
Well, as a coach,
Well, San Antonio with the ball, trailing by 2. So with Durant sitting on the bench. Here's how the floor looks for Greg Popovich. Castle is out there with Russell. Then there's Wembanyama. And it's Hendricks in at the 3, the small forward. And once again, Coach, the storied San Antonio franchise is on the upswing.
it sure is, Kevin. And look, they've got a Hall of Fame coach and a potential Hall of Fame centerpiece to build a team around. They've got great talent evaluators in the front office. You can't ask for a better recipe for success.
The Beast passes to Porzingis. Here's the Beast. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Castle. It's so easy, Coach, to highlight the athleticism, but there's certainly a mental aspect to the game as well. I know you value that as a coach.
You can never, Kevin, overestimate how important intelligence is. I was in the NBA, or have been around the NBA for 30 years, and I have never seen one really good player who wasn't really smart.
Dort misses.
Finding space on the perimeter, but he couldn't capitalize.
Pritchard passes to the Beast. Shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws.
First personal foul. Second team foul.
Guys, what do you think about the offensive approach so far that we've seen for the Celtics?
Well, the thing about hitting early threes, it spaces the floor and makes things a lot easier offensively.
Also, they're getting into the teeth of the defense. Points in the paint, something coaches always love to see.
Durant's checked in for San Antonio.
As we've gotten closer to halftime, their style has become more and more physical.
That's it, and the Celtic lead is cut down to 2 on the bucket from George. George got his first 2 points of the night. And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. They come into this one following a loss to the Thunder.
And that was a game to forget. You'd like to find some teachable moments, but I think they'd like to just turn the page and move forward.
Well, everyone has off nights. They just need to make sure that they bounce back strong.
The Spurs have looked good at the line tonight. They're perfect in 4 attempts.
And last season, when they got themselves to the line, they usually came through as a team up around 81%.
Russell kicks to KD. And no good. Had a chance to take the lead there. Boston's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Nice ball movement by Boston. And the shot goes in from Kristaps Porzingis.
And nice use of size by Porzingis inside, able to practically play on top of the D.
Stan, as you know, in past years, Peyton Pritchard had always wanted a starting role. Now, more opportunity, and he has responded.
Yeah, Kevin, he's very competitive and certainly deserving of rotation minutes. He is just now entering his prime.
A moment now to hear from our sideline reporter, Hall of Famer David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. The beast in the last matchup against the Thunder was phenomenal. He scored 23 points and wore the defense down with his three-point shooting. What stood out was his hustle. The work ethic was what really allowed him to make an impact. Kevin?
Nice work, David. Thank you. Greg, he did some fantastic things in that one. He made a huge impact.
And I look for him to try and repeat that performance here tonight. I really do.
Yeah, watching the film of that game, they ran some nice sets for him. I'd expect more of the same tonight.
Porzingis can't hit.
That's a defender doing just enough to cause a miss on the layup.
Here's Durant, and a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot two here. It goes on Jason Tatum.
And just using that length to his full advantage. Durant draws the...
So it's San Antonio with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter.
Your Spurs, 59. The Celtics, 45.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. San Antonio leading by 14. On the court for the Celtics. And in the front court, Brown and Tatum. And it's the Beast. And there's Porzingis. And it's Pritchard in at the one spot. They get the rebound. Wembanyama. And easy 2 points on the layup. Wembanyama has got the first bucket of the third here for the Spurs. Out left to the wing. Here's the Beast. Here's Porzingis. The third shot of the possession finally falls for him. Porzingis has got his second bucket of the game to go. Russell passes to KD. And a wide open look for Wembanyama. That's good, and it's KD with the assist.
Keep getting him the ball. He's been a huge part of this offense.
Passes it to the Beast. Uses the glass to finish the lane. 13 points for the Beast.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
Outside, Dort. And there's the pass to KD. Second chance shot. And Wembanyama with the nice bucket inside. Wembanyama has got 18 points in the game. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Russell. It's stolen by Wembanyama. Now, here is Russell. Guarded closely. Here's Castle. 13 points in the game. Shot clock at 6. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
67.
Hey, Stan, I've always wondered, back when you were coaching, college or pro, what was your defensive philosophy?
Well, I think, first of all, Kevin, we always wanted to take away the easy baskets. In other words, we're going to get back in transition, not give away fast breaks. We are going to try to protect the paint and make sure we're not giving away layups. And we didn't want to foul unnecessarily and give away free throws.
Celtics trail by 19. Brown the pass to the Beast. Here's Pritchard. Pass to the Beast. Pass to Pritchard. Solid play in the low block, and that one's good.
Assisted.
Pritchard's got his second bucket of the night.
And making 3 of their first 4 shots in this half is a strong start. Now it's about growing that momentum.
Count that bucket.
And look at Russell bringing the intensity. He's stronger now, willing to mix it up inside no matter who's on it.
Now a timeout called by Boston.
Yeah, just looking to tighten up their defense in the paint. They've got to be better.
Yeah, it's basically a layup line. You're not going to win many games if you can't offer more resistance than that.
Passes it to the Beast. The kick out to Brown. There's the pass to the Beast. And right on through for another basket. He's got 5 made on 5 of 9 shooting.
Well, they're behind, but it's certainly not because of him. He's doing everything he can. He just needs more help from his teammates.
Porzingis with the steal. Here's Pritchard. He's guarded by Russell. Here's the Beast. Rebounded by Castle. San Antonio leading by 17. And while we've got a moment, let's send it over to our terrific reporter, David Aldridge. David?
Kevin, thanks. Well, there's plenty of scorers on the Celtics, but Jason Tatum says, I'm going to get my shots. It's just about trusting the process. From experience, I understand that I'm good enough that I can relax and defer a little bit. Then in the fourth, I can score 20 in the quarter. Kevin? It sounds like he's figured it all out.
Thank you so much. You know, he can take over at any time, and it's fun to watch. DA, we thank you for that.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
And Greg, we were talking Jaylen Brown making the 2023 All-NBA second team. That was big for him, wasn't it?
Yeah, Kevin, it made Jaylen eligible for the Supermax, signing for that 5-year extension in July of 23. At the time, the largest contract in NBA history.
Well, what a quarter he's had. You can tell he's in the flow. They should be looking for him every possession.
San Antonio calls timeout. Boston making some changes. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Porzingis. Spurs leading by 12. D'Angelo Russell out there with Lou Dort. And it's Durant. Then it's Victor Wembanyama. That's the San Antonio 5. Back to Durant. This one for 3. And Tatum pulls it down. Tatum's got 5 rebounds tonight.
Well, with this team leading, he might just want to put that one in his pocket next time.
Over to the wing. Here's Pritchard. And the lead is down inside single digits.
Yeah, that's what they want to see. He has to start asserting himself. They need him to take command of this game.
Russell with it. Outside, KD. Takes the 13-footer. Here's Wembanyama. And 3 chances on that possession, but they just couldn't find a way to score. Pass to the Beast. Whistle blows. That's going to be a travel. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Thursday, they'll face off against Donovan Mitchell and the Cleveland Cavaliers. Then on Saturday, they'll be facing Joel Embiid and the Philadelphia 76ers.
And for that game against Los Angeles, it will be the 9th bit of action for them during this young season. Every game a step closer to the finish line.
Here's Wembanyama. Good, and it's Russell picking up the assist. Russell's got 3 assists in the game. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. The Beast, and foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. That one on Dort. In a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach. for the Spurs.
Well, they've been owning the painted area offensively. I love the intensity they're playing with down there.
That's been all night long. And also dominating the offensive boards, and that's been winning them a lot of extra looks at the hoop.
Great touch there. It's just so tough to defend a floater like that.
Right the pass to the Beast, and he comes up with the deuce. The Beast's got 10 points in just the second half.
You know, Derek White is what you call a combo guard. He can play on or off the ball. There we saw his passing ability.
The Beast passes to Tatum. Out to the right wing. Lets it go with a three. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from the Beast. For San Antonio, they've gone 2 for 5 on field goal attempts in the fourth quarter. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
No clue where that pass was going. That is a brutal turnover.
Spurs leading by 6. Pass to Durant. Just over 2.5 minutes played now here in the final quarter of regulation.
He's tried to get it going, but the shots simply have not been there. Nothing seems to be falling.
Here's the Beast, defended by Dort. The Beast can't hit. And so it's Russell with it. He brings it up for San Antonio. Earlier in the game, they had a 19-point lead. Dort finds Durant and finished by KD.
Oh, the rangy athleticism of KD on display, stretching it out to throw that one down.
Pritchard passes to the Beast. There's the three. Boston again missing. San Antonio leading. Wembanyama with it. Now guarded by the Beast. Russell dishes to KD. Wembanyama outside. No good on the three. The Celtics have gone 3 of 5 here in the fourth quarter. Pretty good numbers coming out of the break. White against Russell. Stolen by Durant. And the Spurs pushing it up now. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
White.
Such a unique player. Kevin Durant, pure shooter. Incredible.
Substitution
for Boston. Here's Pritchard. Here's the Beast. He gets it in there.
67.
26 points for the Beast.
And boy, he's really in a groove. Dominant performance last game. Same thing this time out.
Yeah, for sure. He is just oozing confidence. Thinks every shot is going in. They should just keep running sets for him.
Dort, he's checked in for the Spurs. Russell comes in for Johnson.
Lugan score. D'Angelo Russell.
1:58 left in the fourth quarter.
2 minutes.
And there's the 3-second call. This one on the defense.
San Antonio ball.
And the technical free throw is good. Stan, you've been on the bench in the NBA for many decades. What were some of your biggest pet peeves as a coach?
Oh, my gosh, Kevin, that would be a long list. But the two biggest would be this. I think, number one, anytime there was a lack of effort, not running back on defense, things like that, that I had a hard time tolerating. And then mental breakdowns, things we had prepared for over and over and over again, and then guys just zone out and forget what they're supposed to do. Those were things that were hard to tolerate.
Especially when you would take such care in preparing them in every way. It's got to be just excruciating.
Frustrating as heck.
And it seems each season more things can be subject to video review. Are you a fan of that, Greg?
You know, I'm a fan of keeping the game moving. I'm not sure I'd get rid of review, but I sure would like the league to find a way to speed them up.
If they want to, they can milk the clock just a little bit here.
Yeah, that's the best option.
Here's Castle. It's tipped.
And clearly, we will not be witnessing a spirited comeback tonight, albeit as exciting as that would be. This was an excellent all-around performance for San Antonio.
Nothing like second-chance buckets to pick up the scoring pace.
Yeah, it was impressive how they piled on the extra points, hitting the offensive glass, and then also winning the 50-50 ball battle.
And every win important, and this one will go down as win number 3.
And with the win approaching, they'll take the first game here of 2 that they'll play against this team. Nice to get that first one out of the way and set the tone.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Victor Wembanyama.
He has really stood out tonight with his work on the glass. You can see the extra effort coming through.
The shot and game clock separated by 4. Here's Russell. That's good, and it's Wembanyama with the assist. And the Spurs lead by 16.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, they've got clutch guys on this team, and they never let up.
And that's a foul called on the Beast. That's his fourth. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like once they had that lead and it was comfortable, they were not going to relinquish it.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. So now for Greg Anthony, Stan Van Gundy, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for watching. So long.
Welcome to the 2K TV Wrap Party.
We are bringing the community together for some friendly competition, give you all some 2K gaming tips, and just have an all-around great time.
Yeah, we're having fun. It's our summer send-off, so grab your suits, grab your koozies. We're making a big splash in NBA 2K20.
Coming up next, the Pistons taking on the Celtics. All right, everyone. Greetings from 2K. Now a look at Detroit's starting lineup. We've got Julius Randle. He's out there with DeAndre Ayton. Marcus Sasser is out there with Asar Thompson. And it's Freeman in at the 2 guard. And for the Celtics, the 2 J's, Brown at the 3 and Tatum at the 4. Then there's Peyton Pritchard. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. And it's the Beast in at the shooting guard position. Year after year, this early portion of the season is characterized by a great deal of overreaction, Grant.
The media and fans build up a lot of expectations in the offseason. And it's not that bad, but when those expectations aren't met, watch out. Listen, we all just need to settle down and see how things play out. The season is still very young.
4 on the clock. And the slam dunk by Thompson.
Flying high, Asar Thompson. I wish I still had hops like that.
The Beast passes to Brown. Here's the Beast. Count that one.
Such a critical part of how their offense is going to flow. Things are only working when he seems to be on the floor.
Here's Freeman. Sasser outside. Pass to Freeman. And so he draws the foul, headed to the line to shoot a pair. All right, Grant, I have to ask you, has there ever been a more intimidating team than the old bad boy Pistons?
Well, they weren't fancy, but they played hard and they played physical basketball. Every team that faced those Detroit teams knew they were in for a battle.
Here's the Beast. Last game, he had 28 points. Pass to Pritchard. Fires the 3. Sinks it from distance.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Now Thompson. To the paint. And down it goes. Jam that one home.
Well, Randle, when he has the ball in his hands, aware that there might be an open teammate, that time he found him.
Outside, Brown. Inside, here's the Beast. Oh, and makes it with the kiss.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
Well, he's going to just keep going now. That's early confidence for him.
Here's Freeman. Oh, a rim-rattling two-handed jam.
Oh, that was nasty. A two-hand mega slam.
Man, I don't think anyone was going to stop him there. Brown against Thompson. Here's the Beast. The rebound by Detroit. They're coming off a loss against Miami.
If you can't match up on the boards, you are not going to win games. That's got to be a big lesson from that game.
Well, maybe they went into that game thinking rebounding not something they needed to focus on. They absolutely did.
Here's Pritchard following the score by Detroit to the inside. Here's the Beast. Rebounded by Freeman. For Detroit, they've gone 4 of 4 from the floor. Perfect start. Boston making a switch here. White's checked in.
Second personal foul. Second team foul. Coming onto the floor for the Celtics, Derek White.
And they're dialed in offensively.
Sure are. Staying in attack mode and at the same time playing under control.
Pass to Freeman from outside the arc. Ooh, he's looking comfortable now. 3 for 3.
Look, they're not going to play a perfect game, but so far they
Celtics lead by 4. The core of this team, Brown and Tatum in the front court. Then it's Kristaps Porzingis. Then there's Peyton Pritchard, and it's the Beast in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. And Brent, 2 of the best athletes in the league are brothers, Asar and Amin Thompson.
These guys are absolutely off the charts in terms of their elite ability to get up off the floor. And Asar came in a little less heralded than his brother, but he might have a slight advantage in a very important category, and that's shooting the ball.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
Thanks. Well, the Beast in their last matchup against the Spurs, all business. He scored 28 points, and it wasn't just a great offensive performance for him. He excelled defensively, too. He finally ended his cold streak with a solid performance. Guys, let's see if he can build on that.
All right, Alec, thanks for the update. It'll be interesting to see if he can heat up once again tonight, Grant.
Yeah, you know he wants to do exactly this, B.A. Just needs to continue to play with the same fire and energy.
And you want to see him make sure that the teammates are also involved in what they're doing, especially if he draws that much attention.
Now here's Sasser. His last outing, he had 24 points. Randall can't hit.
I saw a green light there. He's not going to get away with that kind of lapse all that often here tonight.
Tatum passes to the Beast. Holland with a rebound. Pistons trail by 5. Hey, from beyond the arc. Drains it. Now he's 3 for 5.
For 3.
And Tatum's got the ball here for the Boston Celtics. Milwaukee will be traveling to face them after this game. It'll be the second of 3 straight games on their home floor. The 3. Again, the miss by Boston.
Maybe a time to rest him right now. Just give him a bit of a breather. Try to help him get back on track.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Julius Randle.
Personal foul.
That's his first foul of the game. Here's Pritchard. Sasser defending. Here's the Beast. He has 7. Again, the miss by the Celtics.
If you told me this was the kind of game he was going to have, I would not have expected them to be in front right now. A lot of defenders choose to just back up off of him when he's in that tight, try to avoid the and one, and this time they're not backing off.
Oh, how about the pass here from Tatum? Great at involving his teammates.
Randall outside. And he drops it in from the low post. Randall's gotten his second bucket of the game.
Good heads-up basketball. Sees an opening and capitalizes.
And that one makes him 2 for 2. He's in his rhythm.
Credit their discipline. They've been working for high percentage shots.
Pistons trail by 4. Pass to Randall. Nice D from Tatum.
Hard to convert against that kind of defensive pressure.
Those are all the little things about effort there. He just gets out there and contests, and that's just enough. Well, it's one thing to play good defense, but then to alter the shot and get the rebound, that's a good day's work.
Ayton. And Ayton with the stuff.
The defense gets physical, but Ayton doesn't seem to get knocked off of balance. That helps him to keep the focus.
Pass to the Beast. For 3. Randall pulls down the board.
He's cold from distance here in the second quarter. May want to try a different approach moving forward.
White, he's checked in for Boston.
Third.
Contested game here as we end the first half. The Pistons on top, up by 1. And we'll see you back here after the break.
56.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. Boston has gone 7 of 15 from distance in this game. Kicking off the second half, here's Will Hardy's 5. Julius Randle out there with DeAndre Ayton. Then it's Asar Thompson. Then there's Marcus Sasser. And it's Freeman in at the 2. Here's the Beast. Just 5 on the clock. And unable to get the go-ahead bucket there. Randle with it. Picked up by Tatum. The putback. Oh, he hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Ayton's got 6.
You know, if Ayton continues to play with that kind of effort, possession by possession, he's a real tough cover.
Kick out to Brown for the tie. And the shot is good on the assist by Tatum. Tatum's got 3 assists tonight.
And he wastes no time coming out of the break.
And you look at Jaylen Brown, Grant. Not many wings have the strength he has.
Yeah, Jaylen Brown could dunk over a brick wall. And he could dunk through a brick wall, too. It's just so hard to move him off his path when he's on his way to the rim.
Okay, do it, KP.
Yeah, almost impossible to stop down low at 7-3. Porzingis over the top.
The 3 is up. They get the rebound. Ayton and Porzingis with the block. And here we go. The Celtics on the run. Here's the Beast. And the go-ahead bucket, no good.
That's not going to make you a favorite target of your teammates. They'll think twice about feeding you if you're going to keep missing layups.
Here's Sasser. And he makes it on the layup. 5 points in the game.
There's a lot of people who are very curious about Ayton and the total package he is. Nice pass there.
All right, let's get a report from Allie.
Hey, Brian, a key concept preached by Celtics head coach Joe Mazzulla and reiterated by Jaylen Brown, who says it's reading the game, realizing fast but playing slow. We're the more talented team, he said. We have to be the smarter team as well. And when we do that, we're going to be tough to beat. Brian?
Well, they certainly have been, Allie. Thanks for that.
Randle can hold his own down on the inside with that physical frame.
Detroit shooting their 6th and 7th free throw shots in the game. It's hard to believe now, but Julius Randle has been in the league over a decade now, Brent.
Yeah, it's been an interesting ride for Julius Randle. A lot of different roles, but he's evolved his game quite a bit. Some he's done himself, and then guys have adjusted around the way that he has been a leader, a scorer, a rebounder, a presence. You know, Julius Randle continues to impress and make strides.
Second half of play here with just under 2.5 minutes passed. Ayton gets a double team. Boston pulls it in. Down low. Here's Pritchard. And a great assist by Brown as that one goes in. Brown's got 3 assists tonight.
That's 3 buckets in a row off assist.
And the Pistons call time here. Grant, we know non-shooting big men can clog the paint. But if they know where to move off the ball, that certainly helps.
Yeah, you know, big men who know those circle actions, like flashing to the open spot when their man gives help, they often end up with easy looks inside.
Boston making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. And it's the 2K leaderboard. Team leaders in blocks last season. 5th on. Substitution here for Detroit. Here's Holland. He's got 13. George has the open look. With nobody on him, he buries that jumper. George has got 10 points.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
That's one that the coaches will watch tomorrow with that player. You hate to see him give up in that situation. Well, that equals his 3-point total in the first half. He had 1 before the break, and that's his first 3 of this half.
Here's the Beast. Here he goes. And he taps it home with authority.
And that's got to hurt. A turnover for a free run at the rim.
And now we know who has the momentum.
Execution with pace. That's a bad turnover that simply was telegraphed.
Poked away. Out of bounds. It'll be Pistons ball.
I'm not sure what happened there. You just can't give away possessions in this league.
5 ticks left in the third quarter. Up in time. It's not going to go for him. And we wrap up the third, and it looks like it's going to be an exciting fourth. And we're coming right back after this break to get the fourth quarter started.
78.
Well, what a terrific game it's been so far. With this fourth quarter sure to bring more pressure-packed basketball. Tatum is the 4 with Porzingis at center. Then it's Derek White. Then it's Josh Hart. And it's the Beast in at the 2. That's the Boston 5. Pass to Holland. Back to Thompson. Good setup. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. And the Pistons lead by 2. And it's Tatum with the ball for the Boston Celtics. Now here's Hart, defended by Thompson. White, the pass to the Beast. Porzingis in the post. Pass to the Beast. Outside White. Parked it down low that time. Got hit with the 3-second call.
After committing a turnover like that, you're just praying the game doesn't come down to the last possession. You'll remember that one.
Pritchard's checked in for White. DeAndre Ayton, he's checked in for Detroit. Here's Sasser. Porzingis on the double team. The 3 from Thompson. Porzingis grabs the board. Porzingis has got rebound number 7 tonight. And he's going for the look off the lob. Jason Tatum.
What a pass and what a slam. Tatum finishing off a pretty alley-oop.
Knocked loose.
Celtics foul. Porzingis. 3rd personal foul. First team foul.
First free throw is good. Brown, he's checked in for Boston. And Detroit making a change here.
2 shots.
And that's good as he hits both shots.
That's what he does. Rock solid at the line.
Boston trailing. Pass to the Beast. To the middle. Stolen by Ayton. And up the court come the Pistons on the break. Tipped. And he's able to get it back. Boston shooting a nice 50% for the game. And it's Tatum missing. Thompson outside. Sasser outside. Lets it go from deep. And again, the Pistons missing.
Every player goes through this. When your shots aren't going down, it can ding your confidence.
Back to Tatum. Here's the Beast. 6 on the shot clock. That shot off the mark. Another steal. And the layup is good.
And just great intensity down the stretch. I mean, he really wants to rock with the game on the line.
Take a look at him. Locked in right now in this moment. Wants the ball in his hands and feels real comfortable with the shot he's taking.
Here's Sasser. Here's Ayton. Boy, they had their chances. 2 offensive rebounds, but still coming up empty. Here's the Beast, defended by Thompson. The Beast shot is off.
Because of his quick reactions, he was able to stay with the opponent and contest the shot.
Talk about versatility on offense a lot, but how about on defense? And he takes pride in making an impact down there.
Oh, it's stolen. Here's Freeman. Again, the miss by the Pistons.
I think if I was coaching these guys right now, especially him, I'd tell him, you take one more three-point shot, and we're going to have some conversations here side by side.
Pass to Tatum. 6 to shoot. Here's the Beast. Lays it up and banks it in. The Beast has got 4 points this quarter. A little over 3.5 minutes in the books now in this fourth quarter. Detroit calls timeout.
Timeout.
And now we present our New Balance player of the game, Jason Tatum.
The defense has just looked utterly lost trying to slow him down. He's consistently just getting high percentage shots because of how hard he's working. He's doing pretty much whatever he can to get open and making the most of those opportunities.
Boston making a switch here. Pippen's checked in. And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Over that last break, I got a chance to hear what Will Hardy said to the team. He thinks they're still very much in this game, saying it's right there, but it's on us to take it.
He's checked in for the Pistons. George comes in for Sasser. Brown against Randall. The three from Thompson. Boston pulls it in. Tatum's got 7 rebounds in the game. Down low. Here's the Beast. And he throws it down. What a terrific lead pass.
Coming into the league, putting up points was no problem for Tatum, but now he's creating scoring opportunities for others.
Randall, the pass to Thompson. George for 3. The basket's good. Off the assist from Thompson.
Go ahead and lead him, Paul George. Stepping up, a huge shot at this moment in the game.
Tatum against Randall. Tatum can't hit.
Got to appreciate the aggressive defense he brings.
Well, it's about the defensive end, and that's what guys feed off. He gives the effort down there at all times. How about Randall? Dependable big in a big moment.
Tatum looking it over. Pass to the Beast. A minute and a half left in the fourth quarter. That one no good. Nice D from Thompson. And here's Randall. He'll bring it up for Detroit. 2-point game. Thompson finds Randall. Oh, they get a hand on it. Here's the Beast. Defended by Thompson. Randall with a steal. In transition. Here they come. Here's Ayton. The putback. It's good on the putback. And now a 4-point Detroit lead. And taking a quick gander here at the hustle stats for the Pistons.
Yeah, they've collected an impressive number of steals so far, using fast hands to force some turnovers and then scoring on the other end.
Another part of the credit has to go to what they did on the inside blocking shots. I mean, super scrappy defensively and just affecting a lot of the opportunities that their opponents were putting up.
From 10 feet away, here's Thompson. Pass to Holland. Randall outside. Here's Thompson. 5 on the clock. Oh, just couldn't take the lid off. They had their chances. Came up empty.
They can't go empty on any of their possessions from here on out.
Can't come away empty. That will be the nail in the coffin.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Now here's Brown. Here's the Beast. Takes a 3. And they'll get another chance. 3-pointer. And he drills the triple.
This is what it's been since halftime. Remarkable results from downtown.
Pretty infectious right here. Guys in good spirits and percentages from downtown on the rise in the second half.
And the Pistons call time here. They're down by 1. 1 second left in the fourth quarter here. All right, guys, what's your take?
They've got one last chance to win it. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
And so it's Boston who scraped by with the win. That was an incredible night of hoops. A tremendous finish. They waited until the very last moment to seal it.
And so many times we see these close games won by the home team.
Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Brent Baring, Grant Hill, and Allie LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. Thank you for watching this 2K Sports presentation of the NBA. We'll see you later.
We are here celebrating our 2K TV wrap party, and we're going to head into the Triple Threat Park today with 2 members of Team 2K TV, Danny and John, and 1 community member, Ebans. Welcome back to 2K TV. We are so excited to have you on the show. Once again, how are you doing today?
Doing good. Thanks for having me back.
In Triple Threat, you can pick your card, so which card and
Here are the starting lineups. First, for the visiting Milwaukee Bucks. At center, it's time to meet the starting 5 for the Boston.
Welcome, everybody. Thanks for joining. Here are the starters for Milwaukee. They've got Jackson. Antetokounmpo is out there with Kyle Kuzma. Then it's Bryant. And it's Lillard in at the point guard position. And for the Celtics, the post pair, Tatum and Porzingis. And it's the Beast. Then there's Jaylen Brown. And it's Pritchard in at the 1. Here we are, Greg, looking at early returns from these teams. It's pretty revealing.
Yeah, the first few games of the season quickly tell you what you're good at. And they tell you also what you need to work on.
You know, once Kuzma has the position he wants inside, he does his thing fearlessly.
Outside Tatum. Always going up for the alley-oop here. Trying to go for an alley-oop, but excellent defense and anticipation there to stop it. Here's Kuzma. The putback. Here's Antetokounmpo. No luck, they battled on the glass, but couldn't knock it down. Last game for Boston, they picked up the W against the Pistons. Here's Tatum, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
And you watch Jason Tatum year to year. He is a model of consistency across the board. The numbers are pretty similar, and the effort never wanes.
A young man who has an appetite for greatness, always pushing himself, is Jason Tatum.
Bucks have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Lillard, right side. Outside for Jackson. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up.
Beautiful dime from Lillard that time. Good eyes there.
And here's Brown. He'll bring it up for the Celtics. It's a 3-point game. And this is the first season matchup for them against this Milwaukee team.
And looking back to last season, they won this season series as you'd expect.
Yeah, there's a reason they were a playoff team. I mean, they beat the teams they were supposed to. We'll see if they can do it again tonight.
The Beast can't hit. For Milwaukee, they've gone 2 of 5 here, making 40% so far to start out the game. Lillard misses. And here is Tatum. In the game against Detroit, very impressive.
The big man throwing it down. Kristaps Porzingis. When you're 7'3", though, doesn't take much vertical to punch it home.
Now here's Lillard. From deep, Bryant. Milwaukee, no good that time either. Here's the Beast, covered by Lillard. Brown, right side. Here's the Beast. He had 25 points last game, 5 to shoot. Stolen by Jackson. And now, here comes Antetokounmpo, leading the break. And it's Lillard missing. The Celtics with the lead. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's the Beast. Here's Tatum, and slam dunk by Tatum.
Tatum hanging around the basket. Got the board and bucket.
Milwaukee's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And the Bucks decide to take their first time out here. Clark, there are some that would say that Giannis Antetokounmpo is the best player in Milwaukee Bucks history. Others might say Lou Alcindor. What do you say?
Hey, pump the brakes on that Giannis. I love the Greek freak. I tell you, Kareem is my guy. I would tip my hat there, but I certainly understand why others would say Giannis. I'm going to hang my hat with Kareem.
Now here's Bryant. Playing Brooklyn, he was nearly unstoppable. Giannis against Tatum. Jackson in the corner. Pocket 6. Drills the three-pointer. Jackson's got 6.
It's not all about him out there. Giannis, a real example of a team-first guy.
Pritchard passes to the Beast. First quarter of action, just under 3.5 minutes played. Pass to Pritchard. Here's the Beast. Brown inside the line. A new 14 for Boston. Here's the Beast. No scoring in this one. Clock at 4. Another shot. Antetokounmpo pulls it in.
Well, you know he wants that one back. I mean, more often than not, he'll sink that mid-range jumper.
Kuzma can't get it to go.
No doubt it's been a bit of a struggle for him here in this quarter in terms of scoring.
Here's the Beast. And they pick up 2.
Gets the defender to sell out on the pump fake, then flips it in.
And so Giannis will bring it up for the Bucks, trailing by 2. They're coming off that win against the Nets.
And guys, they walked into the arena with a certain kind of swagger, and we really saw it play out on the offensive end.
And you know, confidence is key there. They seem to play with a ton of it, especially on the offensive end.
So the Celtics called timeout. They're first. They put up a nice win against Detroit the last time out.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Setting the floor for the Bucks. Damian Lillard out there with Jackson. And there's Bryant. Then there's Kyle Kuzma. And it's Clowney in at the 4 spot. Here's the Beast. Guarded by Jackson. 6 to shoot. Here's the Beast. Offline with his 3.
Having a hand up in your face makes such a difference to a shooter.
And, you know, he's a guy who knows how to defend the 3-point shot. He's not going to just give it to you. He's going to make you earn it.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, Kevin. The Beast in the last matchup against the Pistons was superb on the floor. He scored 25 points, and his hustle on the defensive end was amazing. He had a number of steals. And his play is what allowed them to finally bust free. Snapping a losing streak like that is huge for a team's confidence. Kevin, it'll be interesting to see if he can help them get another W tonight.
All right, David, thanks. The aggressiveness, Greg, he showed the other night. We'll see if he can match that intensity here.
I'm a believer. I think he can produce at the same level tonight.
You know, I'm curious, guys, to see whether the defense plays him straight up, plays him honestly, or do they deny him, trap him, whatever they can do to force the ball out of his hands. We'll see.
Here's the Beast. Second chance effort. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2.
You know, Porzingis keeps defenders on their toes because he's such a skilled player and has a bunch of moves.
And Greg, you think about what they call float game. Why does that one shot earn a nickname like that?
I mean, it's a badge of...
What's it? Out on the floor for the Celtics. Big group substitution here for Milwaukee. Antetokounmpo's checked in for Bryant. Alex Caruso comes in for Kyle Kuzma. Morris is checked in for Jackson. And Trey Jones subbed in for Damian Lillard. Jones the best to Antetokounmpo over Williams. That's in, and the Celtic lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Antetokounmpo.
Giannis has added the mid-range game to his arsenal, and he's very effective from there.
Inside, here's the Beast. Clowney pulls it in. Clowney's got his 8th rebound here tonight.
And one thing I liked in the first quarter was their aggressiveness to draw the contact, putting the defense on the defensive line.
Yeah, exactly. And I think they need to continue to press that advantage. They've got to get back to that. Don't go away from that. It's been working so well for them. Stay with it.
Porzingis, he's checked in for Boston.
And working, Kevin, themselves to the line here in the second. A nice way to get your offense going.
And maybe cause some foul trouble along the way as well. We know what that can do. It pays off typically in good fashion for you.
And the officials call a traveling violation. Boston making a switch here. Brown's checked in.
Now into the lineup for the Celtics, Jalen Brown.
Here's Jones. Scoreless thus far. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game. Morris outside. Jones looking for an opening. From the line. Rebound by the Celtics. They've led by as many as 11 points.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And so it's Boston holding on to an 11-point cushion as we get ready to take a break. And they've done a phenomenal job down low. So many of the points coming right at the... Well, we've got a second half of basketball for you. We think it's going to be pretty good. A big comeback, though, is needed for this game to be competitive, and it probably has to happen quickly. Without question, Kyle Kuzma displaying his skills today.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up. Be physical with him.
The small and power forwards, the star pair of Brown and Tatum. And it's the Beast, and there's Porzingis, and it's Pritchard in at the point. And that's the group for Joe Mazzulla as we begin the second half. Got a hand on it, and he gets it back. Kuzma finds Bryant. Shot clock at 6. Got a piece of it. Here's the Beast, guarded by Jackson. The Beast passes to Tatum. Here's the Beast. To the paint. Emphatic finish by Tatum.
Tatum, like most players, is best when he's aggressive and attacking the basket.
Bucks trail by 13. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Here's Antetokounmpo. Milwaukee, no good that time either.
Boy, they need to pick it up here now. I mean, they're 0 of 4 coming out of the break.
Tatum passes to the Beast. A three-pointer, no good. And so Giannis will bring it up for Milwaukee. They host the Clippers after this game. That game will be a quick pit stop before hitting the road again. And now we've got some time to check in from the sidelines. You got for us, D.A.?
Kevin, Giannis Antetokounmpo is not one to puff out his chest and chase accolades. He said, I put the work in. That's how I get my confidence. I don't follow the media or my stats. What I know is that I put the work in, and I try to be the best version of myself. And that focus has served him well. Kevin?
It has. You know, his dedication, David, unquestioned. And we appreciate your report.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
And Lillard kicks to Kuzma. Trying to come right back with the 3 of his own. It's no good. And we know Kuzma's always been a terrific scorer, but great, he's developed as a passer over time.
And Kevin, early in his career, Kuzma wasn't called on to be a leader, but he's grown into that role, and he puts effort into orchestrating for his teammates.
And Giannis Antetokounmpo throws it down hard.
How about the flash by Antetokounmpo? I mean, just an insanely talented athlete who loves to punish that rim.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. Tatum against Antetokounmpo. 5 on the clock. Bounce pass from Tatum. The Beast. A three-pointer off the mark.
Well, I don't think he's performing up to his own expectations, but they still find themselves out in front.
And it's Jason Tatum with the foul. That's foul number 2 for him. Greg, every year we have
Substitution
deciding to change it up. Outside, Jones. And 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact.
Clearly a foul.
Yeah, he took a shot there, earned those free throws.
The Bucks shooting their 7th and 8th attempts at the foul line tonight, and so Jones nails both of them. Now White. Here's the beast. And so it's the Boston Celtics sitting on a 21-point lead to end the quarter. And thanks to their outstanding defense, the impact Damian Lillard has had on this game has been minimal. And there have been 2 very different performances from these teams today as we get going in quarter number 4. Celtics leading by 21 on the floor for Milwaukee starting the 4th quarter. They've got Kyle Kuzma. Jones is out there with Morris. And then there's Antetokounmpo. And it's Clowney in at the power forward.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flame.
Yeah, I love the fact he doesn't play the score. He just keeps coming, attack mode. He doesn't know how to step off the gas pedal.
Here's Jones. The shot, no good.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this one. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Challenging the bigger defender, cutting him down to size for that one.
Well, the size mismatch is no problem for this fella, guys. I mean, how much do you like seeing that aggressiveness from him?
Jason Tatum, he's checked in for the Celtics. And the league clearly focused on making regular season games matter.
Richard,
you think more steps are coming?
Well, let's give the league credit because they've left no stone unturned. The play-in, the in-season tournament, the 65 games rule, all implemented with that in mind.
It's Hart on the wing. Pocket 6. The Celtics need to get a shot off. The Beast can't hit. And for Milwaukee, their shooting has been wayward so far. Only 37% from the floor. Jones, no luck.
It does not get much easier than that, but somehow he came up empty there.
A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone. That one trumps for him. That's 12 points for the Beast.
Whatever the defense gives, that's what he takes. A sign of a skilled offensive player.
Jones kicks to Morris. Antetokounmpo trying to break loose. And there's Morris. That's good on the assist by Jones.
Boy, he's doing everything he can at this point. The rest of his teammates need to step up and give him some help.
Here's Tatum. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
Coming at you with so many ways to get his points. Tatum draws a lot of contact throughout the game.
Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for the Celtics.
Well, you know, for me, when you can convert this many times in the paint, I think that's a sign that your offense is really in a healthy state.
And another area they've separated themselves has been their three-point shooting, making the defense pay for any airspace.
Back when you played, Greg, the offseason was more of a dead period for the league. Not anymore. They want to make it year-round. Every month, something's going on.
Kevin, I love Vegas Summer League. It's given us some extra hoops. It's created a ton of excitement for the future. And also the trades and signings. The NBA is a 12-month-a-year league.
Good on the bucket. The Beast's got 7 now in this quarter.
How about how he sets his man up there, runs him right into the screen, and then gets the basket?
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Here's Lillard, and he lays it straight in.
Lillard is tough in there, muscling that one home.
And so Brown will bring it up for the Celtics.
2 minutes remaining in the game. 2 minutes.
There's 1:54 left in the fourth quarter. The Beast can't hit. Bucks trail by 21. Here's Jackson. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. It goes on Jason Tatum. The free throw drops for Jackson. And some changes here for the Celtics. Wembanyama, he's checked in for Porzingis. Kenrich Williams comes in for Jason Tatum. And it's done in for Brown. The Bucks also changing it up. Morris is checked in for Kyle Kuzma. And Trey Jones subbed in for Lillard. Dunn passes to the Beast. And Wembanyama throws it down.
And the one-hand slam just looks so pretty when it's in his hand and he's the one doing the slam.
Agreed. He is smooth as silk, even on a power finish.
Part of what makes him unique, guys, that combination of power and polish.
And that one drops for him.
And, you know, this will be a big victory for them. They came out, executed their game plan, and what a huge win for Boston.
Looking at both these teams, they're great rebounders, and on any given night, you might not know who would have the advantage on the boards.
They made the most of those extra rebounds as well, Kevin.
And during the long NBA season, each contest important here tonight. Tonight's win will give them 4 on the season.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And what a tremendous standout performance it was for Jason Tatum.
And, you know, there was no stopping him tonight. Whenever he got the ball, he was looking to score, and rightly so.
Morris finds Giannis. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And you can appreciate the fight now, but it isn't how they came into the game.
Yeah, you know, I agree with you. They waited too long to finally ramp themselves up.
Connects from three-point range.
And you can sense that these fans, these players, they are ready to celebrate.
And I think they can start that celebration right now. I mean, what a terrific team victory.
He's off on the first.
Yeah, you know, the Greek Freak is extremely versatile.
And so it's Boston easily grabbing this one. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. For Greg Anthony, Clark Kellogg, and David Aldridge.